Here we go.
On a fourth and long this week.
Fourth down and
Should have
20.
a pretty good one.
We've got a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Again, we have no idea what's coming.
And hold on, wait. When does Portillo's coming?
November 18th.
When is that?
It's 8.5 days and counting.
That's right.
It's the
Next Tuesday,
countdown
correct,
is on.
Yeah. That's
So you
November
guys,
18th, 6
okay,
days,
yeah, I've got some great stuff for you this week. I
Hold
mean,
on,
first
wait,
of all,
hold on. My stepdad just texted me and said he is in line for Portillo's right now.
no, he's telling me he's going to be waiting for a week because Portillo's is not open.
He's
Unless they're
texting me. He called me twice.
Are they doing a maybe they're doing a soft opening
right now.
If they're doing a soft opening, we're going.
Hold on. Call him right. Hold on. Call him back
right now on the show. Call him.
Put him on speaker.
Right.
Put him on speaker.
I don't know if you want that.
Yeah, no. That's okay. Put him on. Here we go.
Be kind of crazy.
We're gonna leave right after the show. We're going.
We're going to lunch.
Hold on. He said he's in line right now. I don't know. Please pick up.
Great.
If he doesn't.
Come on.
It's totally leaving us hanging on the show.
Oh, come on. I should have picked up the phone. Come on. Damn it.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, we'll continue.
Okay, we're gonna find out because if they're open,
get to
we're
the
going.
bottom of this.
We're leaving
yes,
right
fourth and
now.
long.
Okay, here we go. Fourth and long. So listen, I don't know what's going on here, but another professional athlete, sports betting scandal. You know, right?
Wait,
we literally
with
have Emmanuel Clase.
The Guardians.
We've got Luis Ortiz,
The
right? The
cockfighting.
Guardians. And what are you guys talking about over there?
No,
yeah, so
listen,
they're both in trouble. They both face 65 years, $700,000, $450,000 going to bettors. They were texting people during the games.
Oh.
Is this the future of professional sports and gambling?
I just want to know how many times this has been covered up in the past, specifically with Shohei Ohtani.
That was what I was going to say is this is the tip of the iceberg.
It is.
This has been going on, and with it being so easy to, I'll bet $1,000 on your first pitch to be a ball. You know how in the grand scheme of a game, that doesn't affect anything.
Yeah.
Like if I was Chris Sale, hey, Dylan, I'm going to throw a ball the first pitch. It's really not going to change the outcome of a game, but I'll win you, $5,000.
So are you finally admitting that a lot of professional sports, maybe not a lot, is rigged?
No, I just think it's easy. It's easy to manipulate something that truly doesn't matter in the grand scheme of a game. And that's why I think we're going to see a lot of these props and a lot of these bets be taken off. Because at one, it was cool and it was fun. All this stuff you can bet on.
Pete Rose never bet to lose. I mean, he only bet on himself.
That was a game altering.
No,
but it wasn't actually.
He
never bet against his team.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
he never bet.
No, but that's what I mean, though. That's what I mean. He's betting like a winner, not something as like there are how many pitches thrown in that MLB game.
I saw this week. Actually, and it ties in directly with what you guys are saying. The MLB, I don't remember if it was all betting sites or just a few of the big sports books. The MLB has worked out a deal to limit the maximum amount that you can put on pitching for any game. It's $200. You can't put anything more on that. And so, kind of like what you're talking about,
what do they know?
They're still offering
setting the parameters.
They're still offering it, but they're saying, hey, you can't put $1,000 on the first pitch being a ball or being a strike. Because those are very, very easy to manipulate, but not have an impact so much on the outcome of the game.
Yeah, imagine Chris Sale tells you that he's going to throw a ball, but you get a shitty ump, and he calls a high ball strike.
Or even, but you could purposely throw it in the dirt. You could purposely throw it way outside.
100%, and it doesn't affect
anything because one batter has a 1-0 count.
Yeah, that's true.
So that'd be my take on that.
Okay, here, next one. Here, I'm going to see how good you guys are. I would like to know if you can name the top 5 running backs this season for yards after contact. Who are the top 5 running backs this season?
All right. You go first.
Probably not Saquon because he's been having a rough year. I'll go, probably not Christian
Ashton
McCaffrey.
Jeanty.
Maybe, Jeanty's a good guess.
I'm sure he's in the top 5. Most of his yards are after contact.
He's not on the list.
Really?
Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, that's an easy one.
Jonathan Taylor's number 1.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's easy. Dylan, give me another one.
Achane?
Achane, number 2.
Yeah, okay.
Number
Let's
2.
go.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Hold on. Let's see who runs the ball. Cook.
Yeah, James Cook.
James Cook, number 3.
Oh my
So
God!
you got
look
the
at
Colts,
us.
the Dolphins,
We do
the
not
Bills.
have this in front of us.
No.
1, 2, and
heck
3.
no.
So you still
Proof.
have
We do not have this in front of us.
not
You still have 4 and 5. Oh no, you guys have
I'm
4
looking
and
at the
5
camera
of these.
too. I'm not even.
I
looking
go over
at
these
it.
with Jake, nobody else.
I'll go with. What about Derrick Henry? Is he up there?
Derrick Henry not on the list.
DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift not on the list.
Is.
Both of these guys are sitting at 510 yards and then 513
What,
yards. Come on.
what division?
I think it's
Or not
McCaffrey.
division. What, AFC or NFC?
Both NFC.
Yeah,
Okay.
McCaffrey.
No.
Not Charbonnet.
Williams for
Kyron
the Rams.
Williams.
Kyron Williams.
Nope.
They're both
Okay.
NFC.
Am I gonna have to give it? Let me give you
Wow,
one of
no,
them.
Hold on.
No, wait.
Okay.
Give us the
What
division.
Division of one of them.
Okay, one of them
Oh,
would be
Rico Dowdle.
Well, they're both. Let's see. So one would be NFC South.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle or Bijan.
Nope. Bijan Robinson.
How
Yeah, with the
about
Falcons.
Williams for the
Rams.
Cowboys?
Oh, Javante
Javonte
Williams.
Williams. That was the one right there.
okay.
Javonte Williams. So
Damn.
Taylor, Achane, Cook, Williams.
doesn't
Robinson.
surprise
Good
me.
job.
Just
Okay.
talk about the
That's good.
running back resurgence that we've
Yeah.
witnessed in like the past few years. I know like I think at the beginning of last year, the year before, there were a bunch of, these top running backs advocating for bigger deals. I think we're getting to the point where
Saquon got it, then Cook got it.
We're getting to that point.
Achane's going to get something. Javonte Williams might earn something after this year.
Absolutely.
Dowdle maybe might earn something with a team after this year.
There are 20 good starting caliber running backs that can be workhorses at this point. I think that's just
Great.
my opinion.
I agree.
Okay, next one here. So, of all the teams that were victorious, of our 3 teams, I mean, obviously the surprise was the Dolphins. Nobody expected that.
Yeah.
Nobody expected that.
The way they did it.
The
That was
question is, though,
awesome.
listen to this. Tell me if this was a fluke or not. When you do a side-by-side comparison, and I've done a deep dive with AI in here just to make sure these numbers are correct, with Tua and Allen. Check this out. Over the last 50 starts, Tua, 12,660 yards. Allen, 11,750.
Okay.
Tua, 69% completion percentage. Allen, 65. Tua, for touchdowns to interceptions, 89 to 39. Allen, 86 to 34. Passer rating, Tua, 100.6 to Allen, 97.5. So, was yesterday a fluke? Or this week, was it a fluke? Or should we have expected that? And trust me, I'm not promoting Tua right now because you know how I feel about it.
I think this is why watching the games matters most.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But stats don't lie.
That's
Stats
crazy.
don't lie, but
That's
they
crazy.
also.
Embellish
Yeah.
a little bit.
What's
Okay.
their record over?
I was shocked when I saw those numbers. I
It's
didn't
like,
believe it.
When are
I had
those
to look it up.
yards coming? It's like, are they coming
It's
when
true.
the Dolphins are down 30 and they have to pass every single down? And it's like Josh Allen has been playing with a lead a lot the last 4 or 5 years. So you're not necessarily airing the ball out, 24/7.
But even the passer
The completion
rating,
percentage and the passer rating is
yeah.
bigger. That's
Okay,
definitely
here's
bigger.
here's another one.
That
So
is, I mean, it's like Dylan said. That's why you watch the game.
why you need to watch the games.
So I mean, my opinion here is I wonder, is the NFL officiating at it again? So
Yes.
Eagles-Packers game this week, right? There's social media posts all over the place that clearly show when the Eagles are running their stupid little tush push that everybody's jumping,
Yeah.
everybody's off
Their
sides
guards
before the
went
ball
off
even
again.
moves.
Yeah.
And then the Packers run a simple quarterback sneak, a tiny bit of movement, and there was movement.
Yeah.
Is this karma for the Packers leading the charge to ban the tush push? Or is this just typical officiating these days?
I'd love to say it's karma.
I'd love to say it's karma, but I mean, like I said, if you're going to call it one way, you got to call it the other way. And we've seen this now, 3 games in a row to where they haven't called it on the Eagles, but they've called it on the other team.
They just can't. They can't officiate it. It should not be in the league.
Yeah, if it's that hard to officiate and that hard to call, then there's if no other reason that you can think of well, it's a football play and it's not a row and it is man on man and who's stronger. If that's your whole argument, great, fine, whatever. If you want to live on that. But the fact now that it's become extremely hard to officiate is why it should be taken out.
Absolutely.
On
And I'd be
technicality.
curious to see if they were doing it last year and people were just, focused on the wrong thing.
Maybe.
Focused on, oh my God, this play's unstoppable. Maybe why it's unstoppable. Because I will give Jerry Twigg the spotlight here for honestly the best possible example of why the tush push is unfair. The offense already has the advantage because they know the count. They know when that ball is getting snapped. They initiate the contact. And so on top of that, if you're false starting too, and you're getting even more of a head start on initiating that contact, you can't win as a defense. There is no possible way to win, even if you are matched evenly with strength and power and weight. It's not possible. And so there's just for so many different reasons it needs to get out of here. The Eagles can do a regular QB sneak
like every other
and
team
convert
does.
it just as often as they're converting this. It's just not, you can't officiate it correctly. There are guys jumping off sides like every time. It's just not fun either.
I agree.
Ugh.
All right, so here's one. And we could go back to before the season even started. I'm sure we have some clips talking about this guy.
Probably.
I don't know if you heard Jameis Winston starting this Sunday for the Giants.
Yes, he is.
What are your thoughts on that?
Just
Having
for the
Jameis
wrong
Winston
team.
back
Yeah, I
playing.
know.
It's not for the team we wanted him
Not
to
for
start.
the Bengals.
Because now he just doesn't have Jamar Chase to go, fuck it, he's down there somewhere. He's
They don't even have Malik
He's got
Neighbors.
Wandale Robinson and Darius Slayton to
yeah.
pass the ball to.
Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, look, I don't think they're going to get anything different than probably what they got with Russell Wilson, maybe besides just some more motivation because he's a hell of a motivator and can get his team going. But this is a fill-in for 1 week until Jackson Dart isn't in concussion protocol and he's coming back. It sucks. I wish Jameis was on the Bengals.
I do too.
And I know what's his name?
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco has been playing great with the offense
good.
he has. But I wanted Jameis Winston to be chucking the ball
like
to
4
Jamar.
50-yard touchdowns.
I won't be shocked
If
if
you
he goes
thought
out there and
Jamar
gets a
had
W
20
too.
plus targets with Flacco, he would have had
good
30
30.
targets with Jameis.
That's
true.
I'm over exaggerating, obviously, a
great.
little bit, but I think
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
That's the sad
Maybe it
thing.
could have happened. I think it's cool. I like Jameis. He's starting for
Guys.
the wrong team.
But it's going to be good for what happened?
It's open.
It's
He is.
open.
This is their menu right now.
Portillo's
He
is
lying.
open. But you know what? It's a soft opening. That's what they're doing. They're not telling anybody. They do that to help the crew out. We're going right after this show. Okay, let's finish up. I got a couple more questions.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's see here. So,
That's awesome.
Travis Hunter, season-ending IR.
Yeah.
Who won the trade? The Browns or the Jags?
Ooh.
Because you guys called this, Doss. You called
Yeah,
this.
he did.
We talked about it a lot of how, hey, this is the NFL. This is a completely different game. I just don't know if you can really put all your eggs in this basket.
That injury happened in practice,
of
too.
a player playing on both sides of the ball at a extremely high level difficulty position and wide
Absolutely.
receiver and cornerback.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be right on this. I wanted to get proven wrong and because I do like Travis Hunter. I do think he's a very humble kid. He's from Atlanta. He comes from hey, the football's my way out. I'm going to put everything I possibly can into this, and having enough kind of humility and confidence within himself to go, I'm not going to go to these D1 schools that are recruiting me. I'm going to go to an HB or
HBCU, yeah.
and play with Dion. And then all of a sudden Dion wants to go to Colorado. I'm going to follow him there. And all the crap he got, and to still be that high of a pick, a round of applause for you.
Absolutely.
The Heisman.
The Heisman, regardless if you think he should have won it or not, it sucks because I want to see him succeed, and I truly think if he's going to succeed in the NFL, he's going to have to pick one.
I agree.
He's
Look at the players too that played two sports. They don't always like Deion Sanders. Yeah, he was baseball and football. But you look
Even
at Bo
Deion played
Jackson
a
and
little
some of these
bit.
guys that tried to do it. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Two sports, let alone two positions, both sides of the ball, no rest. It's crazy.
Yeah. He needs to choose. He needs to choose. And I do think, it just sucks. And I think Cleveland won the trade because I genuinely think that Cleveland made that trade, got extra picks, and took who they were going to anyways. I genuinely think that. Mason Graham was probably the pick all along. Either that or maybe Will Campbell.
And if
And
it
they just
wasn't,
decided
they
not
wouldn't
to.
have done that.
Yeah.
Like they
Exactly.
knew they could get more value.
And they knew
still
the
get
Giants
the same,
and the Patriots weren't taking him.
Yes.
And being rewarded for that, they got a fifth round guy in the fifth round that could have gone in the first round?
Yeah.
Sanders?
Yeah.
That's true too.
Yeah, I mean, there's some crazy
that's
stuff
a whole
going on in
nother
that
topic
draft.
for discussion.
That draft is going to be
coming
talked
up,
about for years, I think, as far as, because here's my next question. This is my last question. And actually, here it is. Like, at what point does Gabriel get sent out to the pasture and they let Sanders finally start for the Browns?
So hold on though. I have a little bit, this is kind of where I was at the first time we were talking about the quarterback depth chart and all this. If they truly drafted Gabriel when they did, he is the guy that they believed in. So in my opinion, what they're doing, the only reason we're saying it's time and we want to see is because of who Sanders is.
Well, let me say this. Did you get a chance to watch any of the Browns Jets game? It was bad.
Yes, I'm not arguing that.
Underthrown
But what I'm
passes.
saying, as an organization, of hey, we picked this guy in the
round
third
did they take him in?
round.
Third round.
But third, fifth, to me, that's almost the same. It's not like it was a first rounder.
That's a good point,
Two
too.
late round quarterbacks. Put them both out there and see what you got.
That's a good point too.
I mean,
I think we are going to get him though.
Sixth round.
They did say,
Worked out.
they haven't said outright, but the plan that everyone's been alluding to all along is that they were going to give Shedeur the last 4 games after the bye week. And so realistically, your season's already over. The performance that Dylan Gabriel put on, you can tell in the receivers' like body language. They're just like, this is not a catchable ball. And when it is a catchable ball, it's a hospital pass. It's just, he can't see over the line. I mean, he's short. He doesn't have the arm strength. I am watching him throw balls that are into the dirt that travel like 5 yards. And then it skips to the receiver. and he's not taking shots downfield. At the very least with Shedeur, you're gonna know exactly what he is immediately. He's not scared to do anything.
That's a good point.
So you're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly immediately. And with Gabriel, it's like he knows in the back of his mind that this team took a chance on me, starting to feel like maybe they shouldn't have. I hope that that's not Dylan Gabriel's mindset, but it's kind of hard not to think like that when you're performing the way you are. Your teammates, at least from what it looks like on camera, aren't very happy with the product. And you've got a quarterback that got taken 60 picks after you.
Who has a huge name tied to him.
Massive name.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to add a little bit of info, or I guess a little bit of stats here to what you guys talked about earlier. You're talking about the Bengals, how they really thought that they could just throw points on the board and, try to catch us. They really thought that. And what's interesting about their salary cap, 41% of their whole cap is 4 players. That is the highest percentage in the entire league, the Bengals.
Wow.
And so think about that. You got Joe Burrow at $46 million. You got Higgins at $24 million. Chase at $23 million.
Hendrickson.
And then add Hendrickson, and it's $141 million. So it's really like they're kind of screwed right now when you think about it, as far as the whole Burrow thing. Like they got
almost like we said.
Like, what are you going to do?
You have to bank.
Like we said this.
You have to bank on rookies and picks,
and they're not hitting.
And they're not hitting. They're not hitting the same way some of these other teams are, like the Rams, the Eagles, and some of these teams who draft very well, and that's why they're able to get away with paying.
Even the Patriots at this point.
The Chiefs have also been very good at drafting on the defensive side of the ball, and now ultimately that leads to them paying those players.
That's true.
But they've been good, but it comes down to good organizations and whether you hit. If you're going to do that, you are praying to God that you hit on your draft picks.
41% with
That's
4
massive.
players. Like, it's fine to have maybe one guy that's 10%, but they got 4 guys that are over 10% each.
Well, I think we were always on the side that said that they should have chosen between Jamar and T. You drafted other receivers for a reason, not to sit in wide receiver 3, 4,
build
and 5
your offensive
and barely
line
get targets.
so your quarterback doesn't get killed every week to actually get the ball to those 2 guys that you gave a ton of money to.
They've tried, and they just haven't hit on those picks. Yeah. And because of the money they've spent, that's the consequence.
This offseason is massive. Like, this is a defining year for not only Burrow and Chase's career, but just the Bengals organization as a whole. Because if it happens again next year, you either Burrow talking about retirement or honestly switching teams. And I know it's crazy to say that, but this could be a Matt Stafford situation. And honestly, there may not be a better comparison than Burrow to Matt Stafford. And honestly, Burrow's had more success than Stafford ever had in Detroit, with arguably better weapons too, but you're getting the same spot.
Yeah.
Most years, outside of that one Super Bowl run, and I know you made the AFC Championship game, it hasn't been sustainable. at all. Bad organization.
I agree. So
That's it, guys. That's
that
all
will
I got.
wrap up week. Nice job.
Like it.
Good questions. Good questions.